A wedding, where personalities come together to create something timeless. Yet the whirlwind of planning can feel so overwhelming that couples often miss the chance to savor it. Through the eyes of couples from every corner of the globe, step back into their wedding day and relive the memories that made it unforgettable.
My name is Stephen McLeod.
And my name is Jacob Rayfuse.
We've been together for 25 years and got married in 2008. This is our real wedding. I played hooky from work, and I met Jake online, actually. And he messaged me and he said, "You must be a hairstylist." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And it went from there. July 5th, 1999. I don't know, it was kind of fast and a blur, really.
So I was working that evening and I was just online checking things out, came across his name and knew he must have been a hairstylist. So I messaged him because I was a hairstylist as well, and that's kind of how the conversation started. It was very fast and quick.
Yes.
So we literally met on July 5th. We were apart on the 6th, and he basically came over on the 7th and never left. So there was really not a lot of dating before you move in, sort of thing. So it was very, very quick. Yeah, and the first time I think we actually, after that, we basically went out to dinner a couple times, but by then we had already started living together.
It's like we're married.
So it wasn't like one of those courtship things where, you date a couple times, you go to the movies, you hang out, you go to dinner. It happened so quickly, and it was we both said it was meant to be. So it just kind of flowed right into that.
We just knew. It was just very much, we complemented each other really well, and Jake is everything that I'm not. So it just worked perfect. That's in Italy.
Yes, that was our trip to Italy.
That's in Florence.
Yeah. The trip to Italy was initially for my work, and then while we were there, we decided to extend it for an extra week and stay. So we worked in Bologna for 3 or 4 days, and then we stayed in Florence for a week. And it was the most amazing trip I think we've ever been on for all of our trips. It was just the culture, the people, the history, the food.
I gained 9 pounds in 6 days.
We had such a wonderful trip. We didn't make any plans for that trip, and that's how we traveled. Was our biggest decision of the day when we get up and walked out of the hotel was, do we go left or do we go right? Perfect.
We do that with everything we do.
Yeah. Pride.
That's JT year. That's the year that we met Justin Trudeau.
This was from the Pride that Justin Trudeau came down to Halifax with. This is the
first
year
time,
we actually met Justin Trudeau during the Pride Parade. So
well, we kind of gang mashed him. We said we're going to meet him whether he likes it or not.
And literally there was like a crowd of us that all huddled around him that was all on the float, but he was so wonderful and stood there to make sure everyone got the picture taken, and then he moved on, but he was incredible to meet.
Well, I've been doing drag for 25 years, and literally I just kind of started drag when Jake and I met. Jake kind of just came along for the ride. He likes to do it every now and then.
For me, it was something more just kind of fun to kind of play around with. Deva actually has made a career out of her drag persona. So I'm kind of more there in the background of supporting, shopping, looking for things. I handle that aspect of it.
Drag gave me a place to put all the things I was good at. It allowed me to create a character that no one can touch. Yeah, I enjoy making everything I make, and all my clothes, my wigs, my jewelry. It literally gave me a place to put the stuff I love to do. And quite frankly, it kind of saved my life in a way. I'll be in a dress the rest of my life. It's pretty much going to happen.
This is little Gimli. So he's now 7, and now we have little Jack. She's 3. But so we rescued him when he was 1.5. Yeah, that night that Steve actually got down on his knees and reflections proposed, it was kind of a surreal moment, because you think this was never going to happen. Like, you see that moment, like everyone gets down on their knees and propose. You're wondering, will this ever happen, to us? Like, yes, we could probably go through the motions, but legally, would we ever be legally allowed to marry? So we knew, like, at the proposal time, at that moment in time, we weren't legally allowed to be married. It still didn't take away from that moment of, oh my God, someone actually just got down on their knees in front of you and asked you to marry them. Process went pretty quick. We knew we wanted it simple. We didn't want this big elaborate. We wanted just to be a big fun event, that our friends and family could come.
Yeah, a big party.
Hang out and experience. Yeah, so we got married in our friend's backyard. And it was just such an amazing moment because everyone wanted to help out. Like the photographer was a gift, the caterer was a gift. Even Halifax Shopping Center at the time, like they allowed us access to their full prop room for lighting, and we had a client who had brought their company's big tent to set up for. So it was just an amazing wedding. And we told people, come in your bare feet, come in your socks. We didn't care. We just wanted you to be there. So we had it outside in the evening, and it was just a big party.
Jake and I are really good at taking a sow's ear and making a silk purse, right? So that's what our wedding was like. It's like, let's just make it as awesome as we can for as little as we can, and have a lot of fun. Like that's all it was about.
Most people would like candles together and things like that at the wedding. So what we decided to do was we had both our moms bring sand from the beaches that we grew up with from home. And then together we married those sands together in a vessel for our wedding. So we thought that was kind of the way we really wanted to kind of tie both families together.
My best man and Jake's were friends as well. But they fought us because they're like, what do you mean? You have to give out fruitcake, wrapped in little paper doilies. I'm like, no, Jared. There was no first dance. There was no. I think, no, we cut out all that stuff.
We had about 220 in attendance. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was just we invited all of our friends, all of our clients, and family and friends who've been with us over the years, just to kind of be part of that moment.
We were home in bed by midnight. They continued on. They got in a cupcake fight around 2:30, I think, in the morning, they said, because we had made our wedding cake. It was like 3 tiers, but it was all cupcakes, and we baked them all out and iced them ourselves.
Well, we knew the colors we wanted to go with, and then we went to, it was a beautiful little wedding shop. We went over there, and we had known the owner before because we've done some fashion shows with her. So she's like, come over and get the tuxedos that you want, sort of thing. So she lent those to us, and then our rings, we literally just stumbled across.
Walked by them on the street.
We were out one day.
In the window. We knew we wanted simple and stuff because we're very active. We're always building, and nothing too fancy. We wanted to keep it really simple, and they jumped out the window. Well, we put it together in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, it was about 6 weeks from start to finish, so it was pretty fast, but a lot of preparation for the artwork. The art had a lot of prep work to do to it, and then wasn't as chaotic because so many of our friends wanted to help, so they're like, let me taking care of the food. We had another friend of ours, she said, I'll make you 2 or 3 cases of wine, so don't worry about the wine. So it wasn't so chaotic as what most weddings tend to be because we had so many people taking certain pieces of it off our plate, so we only had to focus on a couple key areas. So it made the day so much more relaxing, and we were literally going with the flow. Like if something went wrong, we said to each other, no one knows it's wrong except for us. So if we don't say anything, people are just going to think this is the way it's supposed to be. So we kind of roll with it like that. This is very cool. I love those flowers. I forgot about this. I didn't even realize we had a video until you found it. See how old it was? Look, there's disposable cameras on the cable. That's how old we are. Oh, that was the Cosmo Fountain.
Cosmo Fountain?
That was really good. That infamous cake stand.
The cake
And this went together so quick. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't even know who shot this video for us.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I have no idea. I think it was Kent.
Maybe.
I think it was Kent.
Maybe. I remember them carting things up from down the street, heating them up in their ovens and bringing them up to this. Wow. It's pretty surreal to think about. It's been 25 years. We spent literally half our lives together. Pretty surreal. It's like, wow.
It has been 9 years today since you came into my life, and if possible, I grow to love you more and more with each day that passes.
Growing up, I was never comfortable. I never felt wanted. I never felt desired, and I certainly never felt loved.
No one has ever understood me the way you do. We've built an amazing life together, and I'm grateful for every second of it, both the good and the bad. All of the best moments of my life have been spent with you, and I'm ready for a million more.
I have met you 9 years ago today, and I knew it was not by chance. I knew that you were a gift from my father. Today, on his birthday, as I was remembering him, and recalling him saying that no matter what, he would always take care of me. I knew he had sent you to me to ensure I have a wonderfully happy and fulfilled life. I am standing here today in front of all of my family and you to honor my father and his wonderful gift he has sent to me by taking you as my husband, and who I can honestly say I would want to spend the rest of my life with but you. I am looking forward to what life has in store for us and continuing what I do.
Wow, I haven't heard those vows. Wow. I don't think we've even seen this video since we've gotten married, so I haven't heard those vows.
We've seen it,
yes,
so
right,
we have seen it
sorry.
like that.
Yeah. But actually hear them again, it's just pretty surreal. It's like, wow. You know, and to go back and look at this, I'm like, can you imagine what it would look like now if we had done it now?
Oh my God, yeah.
Compared to what it was like 15 years ago. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And how much we've done since then. Like, and how much things have changed. Cool.
I could have never asked for anyone better to spend my life with. You have shown me the world and taught me to be strong. You influenced my passions, encouraged my talents, and helped me to overcome my faults. And Lord knows there's enough of those.
The consummate showman.
I can't help it.
A new journey and adventure begins for us today. And having you with me, I'm ready to take on the world. Here's over this one. You once told me that you believed your dad sent me to you. I wish he were here today so I could thank him for guiding me to the love of my life. I'll forget you guys. Oh yeah. Today I count myself as one of the lucky ones because today I get to marry my best friend.
Wow. It's when you watch Kara in the background and she starts bawling.
What?
Kara in the background starts bawling in a minute or two.
Just think of Christmas.
And Katie's laugh. Kate is standing because she's my best friend. So we're losing Katie right now to dementia. So she was my best friend. We've been together for longer than Steve and I have been together. We've known each other. This was her home. She actually, she made us get married at her property and at her home.
Jake and Steve, thank you for the chance to host your wedding at my home. With all the things you have done for me over the years, and to have all our friends and family here, it's just a great honor. And it's Jake and Steve have been my pit crew and talked me out of more than one tree. We have shared successes, and you have kept me sane when things were tough. Thank God for Tingle Tuesdays. Steve, you will always be the gal I wanted to be, and the only one who makes me feel like a troll. And Jake, you will always be Jack to my Karen. I would be lost without both of you. I love you both.
Hours before this, she was running around the yard with foils in her hair or something like that because we were just doing her hair. She said, nobody's getting married till my hair's done. I remember Kate, that I'm the only person that makes her feel like a troll. And
there's only one person that makes me feel like a troll. It's my friend Steve.
I cry a lot.
It seems so weird to see Rouge in a tux. And
But she was running around in high heels later with her tie around her head. Rouge hates wearing a suit. Hates it.
Oh, I forgot there's the sand.
Today, Jacob and Stephen have chosen to commemorate their marriage through the celebration of the sand ceremony. This ceremony symbolizes the inseparable union of two individuals into a new and eternal marital relationship.
This was nice because I remember going with Mom on the beach to get that sand.
I'm so surprised we've never broken it over these years.
I know it's moved a lot.
Oh my God, what?
No, it's just amazing. Like, it's crazy. And Cheyenne still talks about this.
Oh my God, I have several clients who say it's the best wedding they've ever been to. Quite frankly, I'm just like, it's going to be over soon. Just so life can
There
get
was
back
so
to
much
normal.
going on and stuff. But I mean, it was still pretty amazing though.
This ring is a symbol of your marriage and a symbol of your life together. Please place it on Stephen's finger and repeat after me. May this ring forever be to you the symbol of a marriage and my growing and everlasting love. Seal your marriage with a kiss.
Look, I had hair and I was thin.
Ish.
And then it was done. We were married. For me, I think, the moment of us being together and getting married is amazing. But for me personally, seeing Kate here and then knowing that we're losing her, it's.
Thank you for the chance to host your wedding at my home. With all the things you have done for me over the years, and to have all our friends and family here, it's just a great honor. And it's Jake and Steve have been my...
Her and I had been through everything together. Like, before Steve even came, her and I were together.
Jake and Steve, we wish you all the best love and happiness for always and forever.
So to know the spirit and the light that she has, and now to see it slipping away like this, it's just...
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Amazing how many people in this video are still part of our family. Who we see still on a regular basis.
We have a huge family.
After watching everything back, if there's anything I would change, I honestly don't think I would. It was such an amazing moment and experience, and everything went the way we wanted it to go. Like, our intentions was just to have all of the friends and family there to enjoy that moment with us. So I don't think there's anything I would change looking back at that. And I think everything went almost perfectly planned, except almost burning down the house. But that made a wonderful memory, and we've got a beautiful keepsake from it. So.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, there was a candle going in the corner, which was perfectly fine. And then someone decided to shift the candle closer to the sink, but then move bags of potato chips in front of it. So we were literally outside on the doorstep waiting to go down to renew our vows when Wendy came up from inside the house and says, there's a fire in your kitchen. So literally we were like screaming like there's a fire as everyone's down back waiting for us. And it was just crazy. So we just threw it all into the sink, hosed it down, went and renewed our vows and dealt with it later. And then the next morning when we were cleaning up, I found the candle in the sink, and it was still full and embedded with potato chips where they had melted into the candle. So we actually took it and we resined it and kept it as a keepsake. So it's one of those wonderful moments of what do you remember most? Well, we almost burnt down the house. That was the most important thing. And I still wouldn't change it though.
Well, I'm never happy, so I would have changed everything. But it was the perfect day. It was so great. The weather was perfect. And again, like Jake said, it was exactly the way that we wanted it to be. And we didn't let anybody push us because they tried. You got to have this and you got to have this. No, we don't. And so no, I don't think there's anything I'd change.
looking back, something to be really glad that I did. I think I'd have to say the sand part was very beautiful for us because it did really kind of bring our two families together. So I'm glad we did that. But just, I think overall, choosing Kate's location, I think, was perfect for us because it was that perfect kind of outdoor, casual kind of setting that we wanted. We didn't want to be inside of a hotel where it was more stuffy. We wanted to be a nice, relaxed. So I'm glad we chose to get married in Kate's backyard. I really do. And now, with everything going on with Kate, that's going to be a memory that we'll have forever. We're very blessed.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
We're very lucky.
We have a very blessed life and very blessed friends in our family. After we got married,
Nothing.
things that changed, things changed, nothing between us changed, but we purchased a home. We have led an incredible life. We've been very blessed. We've traveled a lot of the world. We've been involved in a lot of charitable work with just different organizations. So yeah, for us, we have a very blessed life, and then being right up to this moment in time, like everything has just been such a whirlwind of just having so many wonderful supportive friends around us that it's just been incredible. So, and we're in the process now of just making sure that we're paying it forward and giving back.
It was fun, like you forget, and then watching it back and I'm just having little memories of, all of it. It was wonderful.
For the future, what's next? We've got so many things on the go right now. Our life is very chaotic, so I think, but it's a wonderful, controlled chaotic for us.
That's all our life has ever been.
Yeah,
We don't know how to relax.
So I think we're looking for just towards the next chapter, like the next chapter of our story. Like this, we're closing the chapter on being together for 25 years and starting the chapter in the next 25 years. So where that journey takes us, we've always just said we're just gonna ride the dragon and see where we go.
We just keep saying yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the moment and go until we can't go any further. And then when it's time to stop, then we'll stop on a beach somewhere, hopefully.
Yep.
I think when I look back at that, the most I'm grateful for is just to see the amount of love and support and friends we have. Like some of those friends in that video we've lost, some of the friends we're losing, like Kate, but just looking back and still seeing so many of those people from that wedding are still so tightly involved in our lives still after 25 years. Just that whole family of ours just kind of grew and grew and grew.
Because it seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
It really does. I look at that person and I'm like, that's not me, right? I look back at that young guy and I'm like, okay, you've got a lot ahead of you. You're going to do some, we've done insane things over our time together, and things that most people just don't even imagine. And I'm grateful for every moment of it.
Giving myself, younger self, advice for the future. I think for me, it'd be not to be so serious, just to jump off the ledge every now and then to see what happens instead of trying to control every moment. Just
and then hell froze over.
Stop and enjoy the ride.
Start Botox earlier. Get your ass to the gym. And say yes to everything.
I think that's the most important one, was to say yes to everything.
Well, Jacob takes all the fun out of things.
I'm a control freak.
He does.